Okay, so we seriously need to talk. After good news, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, and actually engaging with me. I appreciate you all. And I already said this over and over again. And I'll continue to say that over and over again. But have you ever heard of this lady named Christina Grimmie? If you don't know who she is, she has been killed. Well, she was killed back in, I think it was 2012, I think. It was a long time ago, but she basically made like some music on YouTube and she was like the internet sensation. She met I think I think Selena Gomez, I think her one of her family or relatives, whoever, saw her videos of Christina Grimmie, right? And not Selena's, but Christina Grimmie's videos on YouTube, on the internet, and basically wanted to invite her, Christina, into the spotlight. And that's how Selena Gomez and Christina Grimmie met. And they became close friends. And a lot of people really liked Christina. And she was becoming a huge star. But I just, my point is that, guys, I know the risk. I'm 30 years old. I've been on the internet the majority of 19 years. Video games, much longer. There was no multiplayer. There was no other games, that you can go online. It was either you play solo to play solo, or you invite your friends or your family, or your actual cousins, your youngins, to go inside your house to play a console. It was not, there was no online a majority of the time, right? There, at least a specific of the time. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm an adult. I know the risk. I know there's people out there that are happen to be weirdos. And it's true. It happens. I've seen them so many times it's not even funny. Okay? And it's mostly a response to Bad Max. I hate to call you out, dude, but listen, I'm trying to make it as nice as possible, but I yeah, I've been exposed to the internet for 19 years, okay? And I already told you guys my confession is that I had my full name displayed on TikTok. 3,000 people knows, or probably even more. I expose myself to the world than what anybody else thinks, okay? If this is what you want to know about me, yes. I mean, I'm speaking facts about myself that no one knows, but now you know. Not only went on viral on TikTok, but I went quite a few on here, and a lot of people either viewed and click away from my channel, which is cool. I mean, I understand, it's fine, but I mean, that's just how it is. I already know the game. If someone was ending up being a creeple and end up killing me because of of jealousy or whatever it is, then yeah, it's not okay. But at the same time, I know the risk. I'm sorry. People are not going to agree with a lot of things that I do, or what I'm going to do, or what I've done in the past. It's inevitable. I'm sorry. Yeah, and is that, yeah, I understand that you might come as good faith, and in many of you as well. I mean, you might agree with this guy, but listen, I'm 30 years old, dude. I'm 30 years old, and I get it. There's gonna be times where I'm going to be doxxed. There's gonna be times where if I ever go live and I actually get things done, there's gonna be times where people are gonna swat me, and I'm totally aware of that. I mean, I even covered a video about, what is it, grandma crackers basically getting swatted because somebody called and said that that either her son or grandson came in and shot her and was threatening to kill himself, and then just it's just some crazy nonsense, right? Because it didn't happen, hasn't happened. It was all fake just to scare the daylights, out of her. Yes. So it's just, it's insane. Sorry guys, I was about to burp, but yeah, I don't know who's watching, but guess what? I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but if you're on here and you want to do the same thing as I do, or as many other creative content creators do, guess what? You're gonna have the same concept. You don't know who's watching or who's responding to you. And yes, I get it. That's the fun of it, though. You don't know who's watching. Could you imagine if I would have said that, oh, I don't know who's watching, so what? I'm going to be paranoid about it? No, I expect things to happen. And yeah, that's just the gist of it. You don't know. And if you don't like people knowing who you are and who you could expose to, yourself, that means you need to stop what you're doing, get rid of your electronics, and just live a life where you're completely anonymous. I'm sorry. Okay? That's just how it is. If you don't like it, then yes, you have to become a ghost yourself to the world. You have to stop using the internet. You gotta pretty much be an NPC of the world. That's just how it is. You work, you come home, you eat, you go play, right? And that's it. I hate to beat around the bush and being a Debbie Downer, but that's how it is. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I said there's gonna be weird people, and that's it. But I'm gonna continue the things that I want to do here on YouTube. I'm gonna continue on, try to manage my own social media, which you guys rock. You guys wanted it, and I came to the table and I provided the plate to you. So I'm gonna try my best to manage those plates, right? Or not, well, you know what I mean. I'm gonna bring the food to the table. So yeah, if I'm meant to go through things privately, you wouldn't see me anywhere. Period. I've been into the game for a very long time. And I already told you guys this. I was on Mixer as a streamer, 2018. Yeah, I wasn't a huge streamer, but I was, a streamer who loved to play video games, who loved to have engagement. I actually invited people to my GTA 5 lobby just to go ahead and play, and it got to a certain point where the lobbies would get full and I couldn't invite any more people, and it kind of sucked for me because I'm like, well, I wanted to play more with more people, and if they had to get off, then I wanted to invite the ones who never got back on so they could have a chance and actually have an experience and moment with me. And it was the greatest time. And yes, Mixer is not there anymore. Got greedy, and they definitely blew it. And that's when Ninja came into the play, and other major people on the platform that they couldn't afford anymore, and they had no choice but to close down their own website because they have to pay people in order for them. They're trying to basically be like Twitch, but I'm like, no. There's so much smaller steps that you need to take first before you could take the big ones. And maybe there's a risk to it, but you gotta understand that risk and say, could I fall back to the point where I don't have to close my shop, that I don't have to close my whole thing down, my whole website? And could I actually afford this? That's the question that you need to ask yourself, not just getting desperate and then having to pretty much kill your own website, your own foundation. And I mean, that's a whole thing I could get into, but yeah, there's always going to be a risk in every situation. Even driving is a risk. Okay, even going outside is a risk. Just walking around, it's a risk. You don't know who is out there willing to, people to stab other people, or who's going to be the next shooter. But guess what? That's the back of my mind. I'm not going to think every single person is a bad human being, okay? That's crazy. And I hate to break the ice to you guys, but people just don't get it. So I had to over-explain myself to get to the point, okay? So yeah, I say Christina Grimmie, rest in peace. She was a good, good lady, or was a good lady. She unfortunately died a long time ago, but Sunny V2 covered this. I'll definitely link you guys the video so you get to know exactly who I'm talking about. And obviously it was just a major loss for a lot of people. And it was definitely sad. It was definitely very sad. So yeah, if you guys got through this video without a moment of hesitation, then thank you. I appreciate it. I'll make more videos down the line, but yeah, that's just my response. So see you guys in a bit. All right, peace.